and see. Subscribe on YouTube.
Hey everybody! Welcome to another episode of Trinity and C. I'm Trinity.
I'm getting it.
This is C, and this is Micah Do.
Hello.
Maker's Mark in front of us today, and we have something kind of extra special.
We haven't said in the first 3 videos that our Dram Club is sponsored by Maker's Mark all month. We're Maker's Mark all month. This is fantastic, and thank you for doing that.
So
Absolutely.
exciting.
Yeah,
so exciting.
I'm excited to engage passionate people who love learning about whiskeys. Your club's one of them, so I wanted to bring sort of for this month a little bit different and something that could give them a journey on flavor, but also some of the innovations behind what's happening out there. So I'm really excited with this one. This is one of ones which we have like a private selection. Wow. Maker's Mark.
Cool.
We work on consistency, so you won't find like a single barrel because we work to make sure that every barrel pretty much tastes the same to make Maker's Mark. So when we started, you should open this one for sure. I think
that's really cool that you guys don't do a single barrel because of how consistent the product is.
Yeah, and if you were to do it, you'd spend all that money, you'd go down.
Okay,
this one has the pop. You need the silence.
Quiet on the set. Here we go. Oh, nice.
And you notice it's a synthetic cork. Part of the sustainability that we have is we can't use real cork because it's not sustainable, so we use synthetic cork. So if anyone's always wondering why, and that's why a lot of them are twist off instead of a cork, is because we find the quality can still be there for the liquid, although it's fun when you pop that.
It's what's known as a synth pop.
So this is called.
Yeah.
You say that.
Yeah, you try to say it first.
Rich Mendiant.
Yes. Not correct.
Not correct. Okay. Is 54.2% alcohol.
Yeah. So we're looking
the
more
bottling
towards
date.
strength.
I'm assuming the bottling date
Correct.
is February 2021.
Yeah.
That is cool.
So this is Rich Mendiant.
Is that a person?
No, it is not.
It's not Richard Mendiant?
It's a flavor profile that I won't give it away until you taste it because I don't want to mislead your tasting notes on what this actually tastes like. So we have 5 different types of cooking methods with the wood staves that go inside. So we take original Maker's Mark, same way we started the innovations for Maker's 46. We take the original Maker's Mark, and then we did an extra aging using French oak cooked to wood recipe 46. Cool. That's what makes Maker's 46. We used those innovations and now created something that we can adjust and change the finishing by using different types of wood. So there's 5 different staves that we use. This one only uses 4. One of those is the Mendiant stave, so that's how it's Rich Mendiant because it's an emphasis of there. So you get to use 10. And we used, actually there's only 3, so 6 are Rich Mendiant, 2 are that Maker's Mark 46, and 2 are one that's called the French Cuvée. This is always at cask strength. We go into the barrel at 110 proof, 55% alcohol. Yep. So this one, it would have been aging that minimum 5 to 7 years. Yep. And then we extra age it for 9 weeks using this stave profile, and then it's pulling out at 54.2.
So it's got like a sweet tang to it. Like there's a little tangy zing.
I'm honestly getting kind of some honeys more so than I do with other makers. Like Makers has a tang to it, and almost the oak is prominent on the back of the palate usually when you taste it, but something a little different about this one.
Yeah.
So this one you only would have found in the States. A few people collected it. I thought it'd be really great for the Dram Club.
Yes.
And it just highlights, we do these often with these distillery releases, wood finishings. We did Bourbon Diplomacy, which will come out at the distillery only.
By the way, not an ambassador, a diplomat.
Diplomat, yeah.
Man is a diplomat.
Okay.
A little different.
Keeping the peace.
Yeah, we've got ambassadors are our consumer program. We have lots of ambassadors, the fans of makers, and then I get to be a little bit more elevated with the training that we get in the insights, and so we get to be called diplomats.
Very cool.
And so, but like Makers Select, there'll be a specific one coming out in November.
Correct. So we're going to get
in BC.
They're going to get theirs November, mid-November is when it drops, and we'll have 2 private selects that'll be available.
When you talk about that Kentucky chew, that Kentucky Kentucky. Like Kentucky too.
It's a mouthful.
So
It's a
good.
mouth- You got to spit in the
literally
poutine to
a
your right. Poutine!
Yeah.
You had sound effects? Do we have sound effects?
Oh, yeah, we can add them in.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
cool, yeah.
Terribly.
Yosemite
Yeah.
Sam's is over there. Poutine!
This is delicious stuff.
But there's a big mouth presence on this one. Like it's got the like
I'm drooling.
the sizzle and the heat and the
That salivation is great.
Oh yeah, it's instantly like. Okay, this is maybe the worst way to describe this, but have you ever walked by a vending machine and you see salt and vinegar chips and all of a sudden your mouth starts salivating for some
It
reason?
actually hurts.
It's
under
like
your,
it's like right in here, but like that in a really good way. Like it
get
makes
it.
me want
It's
more.
perfect. Yeah.
I get it on 46, on Maker's 46. I get more of that salivation. And I was asking Denny Potters, our master distiller at the time, I was like, going through my training, and I was like, oh, I'm getting like that salivation on the sides of the mouth, the thing you were describing. And he goes, that's a sign of a quality spirit. It's not just with Maker's Mark, that's a sign of quality spirit.
Yeah.
And it's your body saying, more please.
Yeah, and it totally
And
is.
I don't know if
Yeah,
that's
more
true.
Nike.
I don't know if it's true, but more please. But I always remember that, and
I mean, I can see having more of this.
But definitely like a big back palate oak influence on there, which is super nice.
So Mendiant.
Really well balanced. Sorry, go ahead.
Mendiant. So some of the staves. So the first one, there's none in here, but Baked America Pure is American oak. All 4 staves are French oak. Why do you think for our product selection and the extra aging, we would use 4 that are French and the option only 1 that's American oak? Why only 1 American oak?
Great question.
What's the barrel made out of?
Oak.
American
American
oak.
oak, yeah.
So the most
So balance it
influence
out a bit.
comes from it. So we found that there's more variables that come out of using different oaks. So we use French oak. So the American oak is actually cooked differently than the other stave, and then that brings out different notes.
Well, okay, so and then American
And then-
oak is generally all virgin casks.
Yep.
So have these
Virgin as
everything
well.
about
Yep.
it? Okay.
And then the French cuvee, it's cut like a ruffle chip.
Oh.
And that ruffle chip, it's cooked in an infrared oven, and so you get 2 tones. The peak will be darker than the valley, and so it's a big texture. This one's like there's some
Yeah, like the
marbling.
viscosity on this
you
is-
get a lot of that.
I feel like I could nose this one for like hours because now I'm getting like the apple pie spice and the
It
cloviness.
starts to open
and
up a little, and then 46. In Maker's 46, you're getting 10 of those 46 staves. So that's what you have in Maker's 46.
Right.
And then we gauge it down. Mondia is the newest stave within here.
Okay.
And so they took 18 months to innovate and create this because it has to play well with the other ones to create something really in harmony. So this one, you get a little, it's a French dessert, a Mendiant. So it's a chocolate, you get a little bit of nuttiness, like shaved almonds, and then you get a little bit of dried red fruit. So
Yeah,
that's
totally,
the flavors. And then in other ones, the French spice would be the last one. And that one's cooked completely different, high, then low, convection oven, and you get a lot more richness, darkness, and a lot of spicy notes to it. So this is right in there. And this was created to highlight our brand new stave that we released, that Mendiant stave.
Cool.
This one just keeps getting better. Like,
Yeah,
the more-
like I think this is a really
need
good
a second
example of a bottle pop in and some oxidization getting towards it, and it's
just
it's
developing
opening
in the
up and,
glass like over minutes.
yeah, so
And so you'll see...
you could spend some time with this and have a really good experience, I think.
Yeah, and you'll see those at the distillery or limited releases are wood finishings.
Yeah.
Because we started to express how we do things at Maker's Mark, and we use these staves to create a profile that brings it out. So we had barrel rotation, BRT1, BRT2. Our first one was RC6, and that one was released in 2019. There's still a few bars out there that have it. Around the United States, a few selections that might have it, but they have these wood finishings. And so you're starting to see these at the distillery, but a lot of them are produced and then they're done. And it's just that one
Cool,
time.
and this
Obsessed
is
with
this
nosing
is
this one.
I was gonna say, like, is this becoming
So good.
like a fan favorite kind of?
Well, this one was released just in the United States, and I was happy to get just a few
Oh,
bottles
we're
for
lucky.
it. And so
We're lucky.
It's a one and done for Dram
So
Club.
I was gonna say for our Dram Club members, and we've talked off camera a little bit about this, but some of these staples that you might have tried years ago, the regular Maker's Mark,
Yeah.
it's a gem, and then you haven't tried it forever, and then you come back to it. That's kind of the point of this Dram Club, you know, like
Try the whole lineup.
Try the
back
whole
to
lineup.
back and-
You might have like not tried it in a while. The quality is just intensely good.
And I think that's, we talked about it off camera, and I think a lot of people who are watching this would know is that people are pushing the limits and beyond there, right? And that's great, but a lot of times you forget, like, what started you into it, right? And so you can go back to these and, like, why is Maker's Mark still the iconic whiskey? Why are we seeing so many bartenders use it? Is because it has applications in cocktails. Like, are you making a cocktail with this? Not usually.
You could. It would be an excellent cocktail.
Yeah, you could.
But
I have had people do it, but you go back to this because it is a really quality one. You could have it on the rocks. You could have it straight. Neat. You can put this in a wonderful cocktail like the Gold Rush, or your favorite bourbon cocktail.
Consistency at a decent price too, right? Like,
completely.
That's a big one, especially in these parts of the woods.
No, it's great.
Prices. People want to.
Prices matter. Prices matter.
They want to put their money where the mouth is, sort of thing.
Literally,
the mouth is right here.
So
hey, thanks for doing
I'm excited you guys are here to try this, open this with you, to let you experience and teach the flavor profiles of our private selects with those wood finishings, and for your dram clubs to experience a little bit of a little slice of heaven.
Cheers, Micah. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers, everybody.